2, 3. Alright, so in this video I'm going to showcase splitting the MIDI Guitar 2 system so that way you can have different quadrants. And this is really difficult. I've tried doing a channel split and unfortunately Ableton will merge everything together, which is really annoying, but I found a way. And here's an example. I'm only running one VST, so nothing here will trigger a synth, but here will. So this is a total nightmare fuel to actually route, but I'll showcase how I've done it all. And the way I'm organizing it now is I've decided to add these little numbers. I'll even add the number to this one actually, I didn't number it yet. So 5. So it's kind of an order. So first you create, and I group everything together just for organization purposes, it gets pretty awful. But I have, audio string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I call them the AS for audio strings. They have the MIDI Guitar 2. They all look like this, just standard MIDI Guitar 2. Oh, they're running on polyphonic. I should fix that. Yeah, I would say run them on monophonic because it tracks a little bit better, especially because it's going to be a monophonic signal anyways, and it lessens the CPU intensity, which is the whole goal of not creating like 40 million tracks. So I'm gonna make these all monophonic really quick, but as you can see, I have all of these tracks. They get their audio tracks and they get their input correlating to the string. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this real quick. Alright, so we have all of those and they're just sense only, they don't really go anywhere. What we're going to use them in is over here into the MIDI split. So we're going to open up our second group. We got MIDI split, and what it does is it gets them in from the audio string. So audio string 1, 2, and 3. And if you can tell with each of these, I have it where it goes into an instrument rack and I split the signal. Now this is the important part. This is what lets me kind of like recreate channel splitting, which I'll use later on to avoid loading multiple VSTs. So the way this works is I've split it so there's a left, and I call it left string 1 or right string 1. So the left quadrant and the right quadrant. You could split even more, but I'm just gonna, I already had to tear my head off with this stuff enough as it is. So I call these MSS1 for MIDI string split 1, MIDI string split 2, MIDI string split 3. I put these little numbers to help me figure out when I'm gonna pick stuff to route. They're sense only, they don't really go anywhere. It's gonna be a really common theme, is that a lot of this stuff isn't gonna even go anywhere until the very end, and we just draw from it. And using this kind of routing system, you can start pulling, multiple times from the same thing, which is really the most powerful part. Why Ableton does it this way, I'm not really sure, but whatever. So here we split it into 2 chains, and this is the interesting part. When we go to what I call the third group, which is merge, we're going to input, and I was going to have it, and I'm going to create one on this video now, but this is upper left. So it's the upper left quadrant right here, and when I showcase that, we do the same thing. So 3 for the step of the process, MIDI string split 1, it's a string, upper left is the quadrant, and you're going to get MIDI from, and you're going to pick under 2, so this is why it becomes a little easier. So under part 2, and I'm going to see that I have these options over here. Click the one that correlates, and then you're going to pick post effects, so it's after the split, and you're going to pick the side left string 1 for that quadrant. And then from here, this is where it needs to get merged together because we can only send so much. So this actually goes to step 4. So once you got, all of the upper left quadrant, you're going to send to what I call, you're going to merge here, and you're going to send it to the merged. And in merge, we have the upper left quadrant, and we're going to send it to the target, which is section 5, and it's going to go specifically into, and I have an instrument rack here, instrument rack, and we're going to go to analog 1, upper left. So here, I'm going to create the upper right side. So I've got my quad split, and I have upper left analog, upper right piano. So I'm going to go grab my piano because I haven't done that yet. Oh, bam, here's the piano. Let it load. Come on, Ableton, there it is. I can skip 1, I've already done it. Step 2 is now where I've also already kind of done it, because I already have for the right side done, but I will do, just for the sake of the video, I'll do the last 2 as well. But we're going to take a look at merge, right? Upper left, I'm just going to hit duplicate on this bad boy. Upper left. Oop. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, I didn't duplicate right. Alright, duplicate, come on. There we go. Rename it. You guessed it, upper right. So UR, enter, and then under merge, I'm also going to create my target. So instead of quad left, we're going to rename it quad right. Quad upper right, because I'll have to differentiate later. So under the upper right, I'm going to open up my little tracks. Here they are. And I'm going to get MIDI from, instead of hitting left, I'm going to hit right string 1. And I'm going to hit right string 2. I'm going to hit right string 3. I've already done my key split in there. And then, oh, I didn't click what they sent to, did I? MIDI from, MIDI 2. Upper right, upper right, upper right. Alright, so now they all sent to the upper right, which is under step 4, which is when they're all merged together. I got my upper right. Alright, oh, it's sending to the analog as well. So I've already got it set up because it's duplicated. So I have to change the target, and then here it is, grand piano. And now I got the piano split. So over here we have analog. Then we got piano. Oh, I forget this happens. For some reason, it still wants to have an input over here, because then it does this clipping thing, so it should be good now. So I messed up string 2, so let's check our problem. New merge, upper right, string 2. Probably clicked the wrong one. That looks like the right one. Maybe I'm just getting too much background noise. Yeah, I think I'm getting too much string toss. So what I do here, I'm actually going to show the last step I do. So if I pick softly, I don't get it bleeding over where it shouldn't. Over here, I get how I like. What happens is I make little sounds as I pick, and I'm not the best at this. But what I do to make it a little easier is go to audio string, open up the regular ones, and on all my MIDI guitar 2 instances, under MIDI effects, I put on normalizer. Where's normalize? There we go. And then gate threshold, we'll pick it a little higher than usual, just to showcase that it fixes the issue. I think it makes it a little forgiving, more forgiving to play with as well. So normalizer, yeah, and normal low. So this makes it that you have to pass a certain threshold before it'll even take, send out the note. It takes in all the notes, but then it limits what's going to be sent out. And I don't want it to send out anything that's a mistake. So I set that threshold down there. So let's try it out. Nope. Hit the open string there. So if you wanted to create more, you would repeat the steps. So I guess I'll show it since I'm here and I'm already in this deep. And if you're already this far into the video, you'll probably stick it out toward the end. So what I need to do is I don't need to mess around with any of the audio string stuff anymore. One thing I actually do is, and it's a little finicky, so maybe I'll explain it in a different video. But under MIDI effects, I have actually been adding the ranger, just to make sure the crosstalk is eliminated as much as possible. I'll make it so the string 1 channel is never going to send out like B, for example, because the actual physical pickup might pick up the note B because of the crosstalk, but that way at least the pitch to MIDI conversion will just ignore it completely. Yeah, actually I think the key split might be doing that, so maybe it's not worth it anymore. I forget the key split does that. Alright, but here we go. We've got the 3 for all this one, blah blah blah. So I'm just going to duplicate a couple times. Bam, there it is. Bam, there it is. And bam, there it is. And then I'm going to rename it Step 2 MIDI string split 4. and then we have MIDI string split 5. So 2 dash MIDI string split 5, and then rename 2 dash MIDI string split 6. Hit enter. Make sure we got the right ins over here. We got it from 4, we got it from 5, we got it from 6. Sends only looks good. Now we have to adjust the actual tracking, or not the tracking, the key split. So here we go. The way I do it, just pick my lowest note. I see it on the keyboard right here, so I'm just gonna, there it is. Then I'm gonna click the note I want. Oh, be my second to last. Oh, wrong string. My bad. There we go. Make sure you hit the right string, that'll help out a lot. Bam, there it is for my D. Then that's the last one I want. We're already good there. I'm gonna rename this here so I don't get confused later. For bam. Rename it. For bam. There it is. Do it again over here. Hit my open string. I think I can actually just click this whole thing and move it. Yeah, that does work. And then I just gotta do this. I forget. Awesome. Then rename it. So this is string 5, so we'll call it string 5. And then over here, I'll rename it. We'll call this string 6. Awesome. Oh, not string 6. Messed up. String 5. There it is. Alright, and we got our last string. There we go. I'm just gonna, oh, there it is. Just drag it right to where it needs to be. It's got that low E, and then drag this one right where it needs to be. There it is. Awesome. Rename it as I need to. So this is the left part of string 6. Bam. And this is the left part rename of string 6. Okay. Looking good. Looking sharp. I'm going to close step 2 completely. I'm going to look at step 3 where I need to merge upper left, upper right. I'm just going to duplicate upper right. Why does it go all the way over here? Upper right. Is this where it is? Yeah, this is it. Oh, it's because this is open. I need to close this so I can see it better. Here we go. I'm going to rename it bottom right. So BR. Enter. Audio is to 3 merge. Do I need it there? What is this? I'm just going to hit something. I don't know. Oh, this is sending the app. It's kind of weird because it doesn't actually send audio, I think. Maybe it does. Oh, I'm working with MIDI, so it doesn't matter. What a weird system. Alright. MIDI string split 1. I'm going to rename it upper right, or bottom right. BR. Bottom right. Rename. BR for bottom right. And we rename this BR for bottom right. Awesome. MIDI from, and then what is it? We're getting from step 2, and we're in step 3. We need to merge. So yeah, we get it from string 4, because that's the bottom string. String 5, then string 6. Oh yeah, I should rename these too. MIDI string split, because it doesn't have the right string name. String 4. Rename. String 5. There's it right. Oh, MIDI string split 5. Alright, 5. And then rename. Boom, boom, boom. MIDI string split 6. BR. Bottom right. Enter. And then MIDI from. Let's do. So bottom right. Yeah, that's the upper part of the guitar. So I'll pick bottom right post effects. Bottom right post effects. Bottom right post effects. I don't write bottom over here because it's just the last strings. And then this is going to send, and then I need to duplicate this quadrant, so we're going to hit duplicate. We're going to rename it Quadrant. BR for bottom right. BR. Awesome. Send to quad BR. Quad BR. And then quad BR. Looking good. And then target. So I need to actually add an instrument to my target now that we're almost there. I'm going to close step 3. Looking good. I'm looking at my target. Oh, I said I would add drums maybe. Oh, alright, well, I'll add drums. So, where are the drums? How would I do this? I'm gonna type in, let's go drums, and let's go for an 808 kit. Awesome. BR drums. Let it load. Alright, and over here, I'm gonna pick my target. And as you can see, I have a whole bunch. There's the chord kit. Alright, I think what's happening is, it's missing. So I need this to be pitched down and active. So what I'm going to do right here, just so it makes sense, I'm going to go to MIDI effects. I'm going to go to pitch. I'm going to go -12. Does this just work? So there you go. Now I have a drum kit. So here's my kick, or whatever's that. Oh, I see. It only takes up this many squares. Guess I should use a different example, but you get the idea. You can do. Let me see what they correlates to. So I'm hitting the conga. Oh, I want it even lower so I get the bass. Whatever, I'm just gonna flip it out for. So. Then. Get the idea. I'll throw a different instrument for now just to showcase exactly it. I'll do instruments, something simple, nothing too crazy. I'll put like a pad. Alright, we're gonna throw this pad. Rename BR pad. So now, did it work? Maybe it's too low. Let me fix that. Delete this. Delete. Oh, there you go. I have to reset where it sends to. So MIDI to target, and then analog pad chord. There we go. So we have. Then we have piano. Then we have analog synthesizer. And we have nothing in this bottom left quadrant. And this is the cool one. So we're almost there. We're in the final stretch now. Target BL guitar. So what I'll do here is I'm gonna go nuts, but I'm gonna create a chain or an audio effect rack. There we go. Inside of an instrument rack. It's crazy, I know. Oh, I accidentally hit guitar. Whatever, this works out. So how do I do this backwards then? I think I have to group. Yep. Group. And then we have a bunch of chains, and then the chains will have audio effects. I think I did this backwards. Yeah, I did. Alright, there we go. Rename, duplicate. And then what we'll do is we'll get external audio effect. We'll just drag that in. Each one, bam. Audio from string 6. External audio effect. Bam. Audio from string 7. And external audio effect. Bam. Audio from string 8. Oh, did I miss one? Yeah, I did miss one. String 7. Then string 8. And then what I'll do is I'll throw a guitar amp on here, just clean guitar amp. You throw it in between. Now here's the thing. I don't want sound coming while I'm also playing the bottom right. So what I was thinking is that whenever it detects input into the bottom right quadrant, it'll mute the guitar. And the way I'll do this is with a side chained gate. Let me see where it is. Is this an audio effect or a MIDI effect? I don't remember. I'll type in, ducking. There's a duck. Utilities, audio effect rack, modulate, blah blah, ducker. Will this just work if I click it? Let's find out. Ducker. Nope. I think it's a gate with a side chain input is what I want. Let's type in gate. Gate. Transpad gate. Nope. Utilities, audio effect rack. Reverb resonance, corporate, blah blah blah. Landscape, dynamics. Is that it? I gotta do this. Gate. Let's try. Is it just the gate that I want? It's the whole thing, so I should really put it on the guitar one. There we go. And the gate. I should put it on first, yeah. There we go. And there's a way to send. Oh wait, here we go. We gotta click this little guy, sidechain, audio from, and then we want it from the BR pad. So we'll find this out. Will this just work if I do this? On. Let's see. Oh, target. Let's try that. And then I pick the rack. And then it's going to be somewhere in this huge heap of mess. Let's look for it. BL bottom left guitar, but BR right is pad. Host mixer. So what we'll do is make it so this is a crushing gate. How do I do this? I'm really bad with gates. I'll figure this out. But you get the idea of that. So let's see. Gain. Nope. EQ. Nope. Return. What does return do? Sets the difference between the threshold level that opens the gate. Somewhere here. Oh, wait, flip. Oh, I know his way. Let's see if I can figure it out. I wish I was better at this. Flip. Reverse of the gatekeeper. With flip on, signals only pass if the level is below the threshold. Nope. I want whenever I pass. What? Wait, open this up. Return. I want really low. Set the threshold, the incoming signal must succeed in order to open the gate. Signals below this level will be reduced by the floor amount. So the gate opens and signals below the floor amount. So I want the floor all the way up. Well, I gotta figure it out. I'm not very good with the gate, but that's the idea, is that you get this. You know, there's one other way I know how to do this for sure, at least. This is the one way I do know how to do it. You can also get the aftertouch data, I think, and use that, but this is the one way I know how to do it for sure, at least, in the moment. Just to showcase it. CV tools. I know, I should really use them in the gateway. Alright, come on. CV. Control voltage. Envelope follower. Bam. Alright. And let's put it on the BR pad. So, does that work? Envelope follower is on the analog pad. So if I play, and then I'm just going to map it to turn off the entire audio effect rack. Well, I'll have to figure it out. There's some way to do it, I know for sure. It's just been so long since I messed with the gate. But yeah, that's the idea. I'll showcase a little bit of it now. You'll still hear the guitar where you shouldn't hear it, but once I figure out the gate part, and I mean raw audio guitar, but once again. Alright, that's it. Okay, so I finally figured it out. I got it wrong. The gate was in the wrong spot of the chain. I put it in the right spot now, and now it works. So here it is. Here's some guitar sounds. When I play this, I don't get any guitar sounds. One thing to be careful of, though, as I noticed right away, although I'm sure there's tons of tweaks I could do to figure this out, but when I'm playing some guitar sounds, or when I play some of the MIDI part here, I have to let it be completely dead so that other gate can open up. Oh, I realize it only works in the bottom string. Oh, I know what it is. You need to put it right here. There we go. You gotta wait till it's all dead. Let it be fully dead. This will have to adjust the levels to make sure it's a little more forgiving, but So I got my guitar in the corner. All right,